Talk about what you've seen out of the tight end room so far. A lot of new faces, just what you've seen so far throughout camp.
I think we've taken a really big step physically. I feel like we've been physically dominant all of camp and just really taking the step into becoming like really like a physical room. Obviously, we got guys that can make plays down the field and just good hands. So I feel like we've really just tried to stack days and become as complete of a room as we can.
Do y'all feel kind of unique as a program that you have 4 tight ends that could potentially be I mean, it seems like if most programs have one good tight end, it's a good thing, and just the kind of spoils of riches y'all have.
Yeah, we got a really good room. We definitely do, and we got guys that can do everything and that can do the details really well too. So I definitely think us as a room and like the team we're spoiled in the way that we have a really good room.
It seems like you and Marcel kind of clicked right away last year. What is it about y'all's chemistry you think is working so well?
I just think, I mean, it all, like, you create connections just not on the field, off the field too. And me and Marcel are really good friends just off the field, and I think that adds to it when you have that trust in the other guy that he's gonna be there for you, not just on the field but off the field as well. It makes it easier to. I feel like at least I know I have his back, and I think he has my back too. So it makes it easier to have that chemistry.
For you specifically, just what have you worked on this offseason trying to improve your game another year?
I've just tried to really pour my heart into focusing on the things that I feel like I didn't do to the standard that I wanted to last year. I feel like I've done a lot to become a better blocker in just the way I use my hands, my feet, everything, my physicality, and then I think I've tried to lean down a little bit throughout the offseason, being able to run routes in a better way, and I feel like that's something that's paid off a lot here in camp, and I feel like I've been able to run routes at a high level.
When you talk about leaning down, like, did you lose a certain amount of weight, your body fat down? Like, what that kind of change look like?
Yeah, just getting my body fat down, losing a little bit of weight. Like last year, I think I went into the season at about 265 and trying to be like lighter than that this year. And yeah, just being able to lean down, lose some body fat, just being able to be more sleek.
In year 2, as everybody gets a little more integrated in this office, do you feel like there is a little bit more emphasis on the tight end, or the ability to have more wrinkles with the tight end in Conkline's offense?
For sure. I think I think the offensive staff has done a great job throughout the offseason of just being able to mold the offense to the tools that we have, and I think we're going to be able to do a lot of good on the field, both in the passing game and the run game.
After the scrimmage, a lot of the guys were saying how they felt like the offense was explosive. There were explosive plays. Is that kind of how you saw it? Were you in on some of those explosive plays?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have the ability to be a really explosive offense, but I also think we've shown throughout camp that we can be one of those, like, really just tough, run down your throat type of offenses too, and I think that's something that's going to be really good for us this year whenever we can adapt to whatever we need to do.
I know Bucky McMillan over the basketball program just signed a guy from Sweden.
I did see that.
Have you gotten a chance to meet him, talk to him? Are you going to try to connect with him?
I connected with him over Instagram a little bit. It's kind of funny. He's from Gambia. He's Gambian, and one of my best friends from back home is Gambian too. So it was actually my best friend from back home who sent that to me and showed me that he can.
You talked about improving your blocking. Is there anything specifically you saw last year where you could take a step forward in that regard, or is it just a matter of like physicality and getting stronger?
You know, I think last year it was. I really had I had the willingness to block, which was something that I kind of struggled with when I first got here, just because playing receiver a lot in high school, blocking wasn't really my forte at the time. But I would say that my willingness was there, but maybe my technique wasn't in a lot of areas, and I think that's just something that I put a lot of effort into this offseason, into making it just fine-tune my technique and just being able to put myself in situations to be successful in the blocking game, no matter what we're running.
You got to talk to Nate pretty recently. Just how do you guys maybe complement each other and just the different skill sets y'all have?
I think we complement each other in a really good way, and I think we have a lot of fun on the field too. I think both of us are guys that can do a lot of stuff. No matter what you ask of us, we can do it, and I think we're going to be able to complement each other really well here in the fall.
How about Amari Nyblack? Just what kind of role do you envision him playing, and just kind of the strengths that he has?
He's a great player, really good, really athletic. He'll really get up there and make some great catches. But I think people only think about the receiving part of his game, and he's a really good guy to have on the perimeter blocking, and he can do it in the box too. But I think perimeter blocking he's really good at.
Who has the best hands among the tight ends?
I don't know. That's a touchy subject. That's something everybody wants to have. But I will say my guy Carter Braw, he's been making some real catches here in fall camp, and he's always making one-handed catches here and there. So you might have to look up Carter Braw and do some research on him.
What role have you yourself played? Like, you're kind of the veteran guy on the team, been here the longest on the team, but like, what role have you played?
I think I've just tried to become more of a vocal leader as much as I can. I'm just trying to also be a guy that's leading by example. Just no matter if it's on the field, in the weight room, no matter what we're doing, I try to lead by example. And I'd say for me, like not playing as much my first year or so, I try to when I see younger guys who maybe are kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say struggling, but like it's hard coming in as a freshman and not knowing what your role is going to be. Like I try to pick up the younger guys and make sure they feel like it's not like they're not alone in what they're doing.
3 weeks into practice, just what have you learned the most about your offense overall?
That we got some guys. We got guys, and I think you're going to see once the first game comes that we got guys that can make plays, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be fun to watch.
What do you think the offense is capable of?
Whatever it needs to do, literally, like whatever is asked of us, I think we're going to be able to do it, and I think we're going to be able to exceed at it.
Did you get a chance to go to Sweden this offseason?
I did. I went back home in May for 3 weeks. It was a good time to spend a little time at home.
What did you get to do?
Actually, I went to London as well. Went to London and watched Chelsea. Chelsea played my Swedish team in soccer, so I'm a big fan of both teams. So I went to London and watched them. So that was a lot of fun. And just hanging out with the family at home too.
Elko's a pretty big Arsenal fan. You guys ever chop it up about soccer?
Not really. I think we stick to football. It's just,
How curious are the folks back home about you when you come back and they're asking you about football in Texas and all those things that goes with it?
I think the people that are close to me kind of have an idea of what's going on, and then you have the kind of the outside people who maybe aren't as familiar, but a lot of people are intrigued by what I'm doing, especially getting a little bit more media attention after last season at home. I think there's been a little bit of a upswing in the amount of people that are intrigued by what I'm doing.
And being in Texas?
That too, but I just think, people they don't have a lot of familiarity with Texas. A lot of people back home, and it's so I think people think it's really cool, especially when they just see. They don't know a lot about college football, but they just see 110, 105,000 in the stadium, and they think like, what is this? Like, how could this be for a college sport? It's
is there one, and if not, that's fine. But is there a question that you've gotten about your situation that you thought was kind of silly or funny or just odd that it would be asked?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel like there's a lot of questions asked. There's more just like, I guess people are impressed and just kind of wondering like why I'm doing what I'm doing, because people probably assume I'd play hockey or something with my size, but people definitely think it's cool a lot of the time.
How would you compare Kyle Field? How would you compare Kyle Field's crowd to maybe like a club football crowd?
Like, are you talking about soccer, like European soccer? It's a different type of atmosphere, and I think you can't compare it. It's the sports are so different in the way the supporters are, and I wouldn't trade Cal Field for anything, literally nothing.